Kelly Clarkson became a household name when she was crowned the first American Idol way back in 2002. But while many succeeding idols have faded away, the 27-year-old Texan has taken off with 4 chart-topping albums, including her latest release, All I Ever Wanted. So what are her musical memories? She told us in tonight's playlist.
Here we go.
I could sing. I know that sounds weird, but like every kid's like, hey, you know, you're kind of yelly singing. So it was more like a big social thing for me.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Wind Beneath My Wings, that whole thing when I was, you know, because my generation, that was whenever we were real small, and that was just like, I sang that everywhere. Bette Midler was always doing like movie musicals or, you know, musicals, Broadway, that kind of stuff, and I was fascinated by her. And I loved her personality. She's so out there. My mom said sometimes she'd get a little too outrageous for a kid, but Vision of Love was the first solo I ever sang, like in front of an audience. I remember seeing Mariah Carey in that black dress on Arsenio Hall. And I remember I was just flipping out because I was like, who is she? Like, you know, and I became literally obsessed. I went and got a perm because her hair was curly. I did everything, you know, because I was like a little kid and I was like, everything Mariah Carey. My choir director suggested me sing a solo. In junior high, it was my first time ever to really sing in front of people, a big song. And I chose that song, and I remember girls going, you can't sing that song. She hits a high note. And I was like, I can, and I did.
Be a good girl. You gotta try a little harder.
The major impact for me was her song Perfect, which I loved off of Jagged Little Pill, which is one of the greatest CDs of all time. You know, growing up sometimes in a strict kind of Christian environment, everything's kind of under rug swept at times. You know, you don't really talk about certain things. And I thought it was awesome that this female, you know, rock alternative chick was just laying it out there. And the song that really I wrote around that time period was Because of You.
I will not make the same mistakes that you did. I will not let myself cause my heart so much misery.
I wrote Because of You because of this cycle of family, like the whole cycle of maybe not carrying down all the bad habits that maybe you get from watching your parents and they got from watching their parents, and kind of just breaking that cycle. That ended up being, you know, one of my biggest singles, which is weird. You know, you never think at 16 anybody's gonna hear that, so. Tell you something that people make fun of me for. I am a huge Michael Bolton fan, and I don't care what people say. My favorite Michael Bolton song is actually when he sang When a Man Loves a Woman. You can make fun of his hair or fun of him all you want. Michael Bolton, all those men are just jealous because he has one of the sexiest voices. I love that. I love his voice. At last. I walked into that audition completely blind. I had to be at work, so I had to, I basically didn't sleep. I showed up earlier in the morning. I was like the 4th person in line because I had to go to work to make money. They said, oh, you need to sing a song, and I was like just any song, like, and they were like, yep. And so I sang At Last by Etta James.
And life is like a song, oh, at last.
I know that people get excited when, you know, white girls walk into a thing and just start wailing, and I'm not singing country or I'm not singing, you know, Christian music or something like that. So I wanted to sing this big, you know, ballsy song like right when I walked in, and Etta James, I mean, what a phenomenal singer, so I picked one of her songs.
The
Radar song, on my radar. I like that one. It's like sometimes, you know, touring, you know, or doing shows, it can get, I don't know, monotonous sometimes. So it's like you need something to break it up and just kind of wake yourself up a bit. So we turn on some BRITNEY bump on music and we get our groove on. You know, her style of music is very different from mine, so it's fun to dance to before we go out there.
'Cause we belong together.